Hey YouTube, it's me, Mojito P. Um, I wanted to talk about that killing that I heard happened at the Spotlight Club in New York not too long ago. The girl that died was Ingrid Rivera. So friends and family members of Ingrid Rivera, my condolences. And I'm sorry for your loss. But what I wanted to talk about was the circumstances as to how that happened. Like, in my opinion, there's no way she should have gotten murdered that night. I blame it on her friend from the information that they originally reported. And I know it's wrong to put the blame, but this is my video and these are my thoughts. And if I wanted to be politically correct, I wouldn't record it. Like, I wouldn't put it here. Like, why? When you are with your friend and you've been drinking to the point where you're sloppy, your friend is supposed to be with you at all times. When you go to the bathroom, when you go to the bar, as a matter of fact, you shouldn't even be going to the bar if you're already sloppy. You should be drinking water. When you go on the dance floor, I mean, there's so many situations that can occur. I mean, for one, you can get killed. Two, when you go on the dance floor, you're sloppy, you might bump into somebody, and they might have a little attitude with it. But when you have your buddy with you, your buddy can speak on your behalf, like, oh, she's been drinking, I'm sorry, my bad, we're cool, like a representative. That's it. You need a representative when you're sloppy, you know. You go to the ladies' room, you might say some slick shit out loud. When you get drunk, you go in the ladies' room, like, oh my God, yo, you smell that shit? Like, chicks might want to give you a slap, and then you got the guys who are pushing up on you, and who knows how she found her way in the men's room. Like, the manager came to the men's room and escorted her out. You escort a drunk chick from the men's room and put her out in the street. In my opinion, for a manager to show up in the men's room, somebody had to report her laid out, because you can go in the men's room at any time. I've been in the men's room. Sometimes the ladies' bathroom line is too long. You grab a friend, you go in the men's room real quick, you use the bathroom, you run out. All you get is a couple of guys saying, hey, this is the men's room, or hey, you want to take a look at this? I mean, you want to help me with this? I mean, they'll harass you, but they won't kick you out, She probably got ran through a couple of times, and was laid out, and somebody was like, I'm not taking the blame for this. Let me call the manager so that they can come and escort her out, because I don't need to be involved in this shit. In my opinion, that's what I believe happened, So instead of making sure that, arrest her, put her in a precinct. She's much safer there than out in the street. If she's drunk enough to be found in the men's room and she's fighting and complaining or laid out, you don't send her out there. You call the cops and let the cops take care of it. Now one of your own people took care of her. What type of shit is that? I mean, the dude hit her over the head with a pipe because he couldn't get at her. Now, later on, the story reveals, the initial story was that she was thrown out of the club. Her friend came outside, was like, I'm going back in, and you can go home. And one of the employees came out and told her, you can come back into the club. You can go through the penthouse. You don't have to pay, and I'll get you in there. Don't worry about it. And once they reached the roof, and he tried to get at her, she declined, and he hit her over the head with a pipe and put her in the closet. The later story was that her friend came outside to find her, and the employee was there and was like, why don't you come up on the penthouse? That's where she's at. And the friend didn't believe him, and she went off looking for her on her own. Like, I think that story was just like a cleanup, because it didn't make any sense, like what the girl said happened afterwards. I think that she let her friends go out in the street so that she can go back inside and party with little Kim, and then her friend wound up dying. That's just my thoughts on it. But all in all, it doesn't matter how cool you are or how not cool you are. If you're in a club with somebody, you gotta look out for that person. Especially if it's just the two of you. It's not like you're in a group and there's somebody else that could look after her. Like, look after your buddy. Be a representative. Have a representative. Have someone designated to speak on your behalf if you want to get sloppy. Stay home and get sloppy. It's safer. You can get so sloppy, you think that it's a club in your house. Don't be in the men's room. Like, that sex in the men's room, it's like, it's not cute. Like, that shit only happens in, like, music videos. Like, get a room. Get a representative. Don't get sloppy around strangers. Stay home. Alright, that's it.